Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my flight attendant vlogs. So as you can see, I'm not wearing my uniform right now and I'm at a hotel. But let me just explain this video really quickly. First of all, I'm gonna show you my vlogging material from my trip to Los Angeles. And after the video, like after the actual vlog, I'm actually gonna give you a life update. So as most of you know, I have disappeared for quite a while within the past half year, and I just want to open up about that. I want to talk about what happened in December. I want to talk about where I was, why I wasn't feeling well, why I didn't vlog, and then I'm also gonna tell you where I was this past month. Actually this past month I was just super busy with work, that was it. But I'm gonna tell you everything that happened in, well, maybe not everything, but a lot of what has happened and what has been going on in my life in the last half year and where I was and stuff like that. So let's watch this vlog, and afterwards, if you want to hear the update, then stay tuned. Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my flight attendant vlogs. I just arrived here at our flight operations center. It's cold today, like look at that. Can you see that? It's like really cold. I think it's in the high 30s, so it's like 3 degrees Celsius. I'm like, what happened? Anyways, I'm going on a super exciting trip today. It's a very exotic destination that I haven't been to in a while. No, it's actually going to be LA, so I've been there last week, but I requested this flight again because as it is operated with our A380, it's easy to get for me. So there was a car that passed by and this lady in there, she looked at me as if I'd be like an alien or something. Anyways, I just wanted to say that it's gonna be a nice trip today. I think we're pretty much fully booked, but I know I think like 2 people from my crew already, and I'm excited to go to LA again. And because of this trip, I actually get to be home for Easter, which is gonna be fun, right? So let's see how today goes. Hey guys, I just arrived here in Los Angeles, and oh my gosh, right now I actually have to laugh about it because of like, it was just, I mean, the crew was very nice and amazing, and most of the passengers were really nice too, but there were just so many things. So we had a medical today, then we had someone who tried to drink too much, and if we see that someone's drunk, we're not allowed to give them alcohol anymore. So we had to discuss this with the passenger because she still wanted to drink. We were like, sorry, but right now we can't give you any alcohol. And then we had some passengers who were actually looking for the light switch, because every single passenger has his or her own reading light. And this one passenger, or I think it was more of them actually, like this whole row, tried to find the light switch, and they actually managed to somehow open our compartments for our oxygen masks, which was not that fun. So it was just really stressful. We were fully booked, and because of all of those incidents, it was just super stressful, you know. Anyways, right now I'm laughing about it because I'm like, oh my gosh, it can't be any worse on the way back. So I just got here and we were on time. We were actually a little early today. So it's only 5 p.m. here right now, which means it's only 2 a.m. Austrian time, which is not too bad for an LA flight. I'm just gonna show you my hotel room. I've been here last week. Basically, it's the same thing. I'm just like only on the 2nd floor, which means I'm probably not gonna be able to see much, but still. And this time I think it's just gonna be like a very chill layover. Oh wait, last time I had 1 bed, I think. This time I've got 2. Oh well. Okay, so you walk inside. There's this huge closet. Then they actually gave us some cookies. There's like this thing, this bucket for ice. Then that's my luggage. There's this door that I don't like because it's like, it connects my room to another room. It's locked obviously, but still. And then here are 2 beds. They're okay. Here's a huge desk with a coffee and tea maker. There's the TV. Then let's check out the view. Yeah, like I said, I won't be able to see the pool. I'm not even gonna open up this balcony door because I'm not gonna be able to see the pool. And then like the room itself is really nice. And then the bathroom is not too bad. Oh, this time I actually have a bathtub. Last time I had a shower. So here we've got the shower head, the American shower head that I don't like, but it's fine. And then here we've got a bathtub and a huge beauty mirror. I think I'm just gonna take a quick shower and then I'm gonna meet the rest of the crew downstairs. Good morning, guys. So last night we actually went out to dinner. I had some nachos, they were really good, and I was super tired yesterday because the flight was so stressful and everything, and I couldn't sleep during the break because I was just not that tired at the time. And because of that I went to bed really early at like 9 p.m, which is always a bad idea. I should have realized that, but I fell asleep with my laptop on my lap pretty much, and then I woke up at like, I think it was 1 a.m, which was definitely not good, right? So I decided at 1 a.m. I'm gonna stay awake for a bit and then go back to sleep. So at like 1 a.m. I decided to watch some Netflix. I actually watched this movie called Moonraker. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. It's like one of the old James Bond movies. Yeah, I watched that in the middle of the night. And then I think I went back to bed at like 5 or 5:30 a.m. and I actually slept till 9, which isn't too bad. But yeah, I have some weird sleeping patterns sometime when I'm flying long haul and there's a lot of like time difference, because here the time difference to Austria is 9 hours right now. And I mean, I've been in LA last week, so it shouldn't be that bad, but before I was in Australia and there was a time difference, like a completely different time difference, because it was on the other side of the world. I think that's why my body's still somehow thinking it's somewhere else and not here. But I'm fine, I don't feel jet lag today, which is good. So anyways, I'm gonna go to the beach right now. I think I might actually go back to Manhattan Beach because it's my favorite beach in the area. So I think I'm just gonna take the bus to Redondo and then walk all the way up to Hermosa and Manhattan Beach and then just chill there for the day. And I actually do need to go shopping because last night I realized, so I had these pants that I really liked, like a pair of jeans, and I really liked them and I wore them yesterday too, and when I like took them off I saw that they actually had a small hole in the back, because you know, if you like wear jeans for a long time or very often, let's put it like that, at some point they're gonna be set through. Does that make sense? So that's pretty much what happened to one of my favorite pairs of jeans. So I kind of need a replacement for it, so I might as well go to the mall later on or maybe tomorrow. I do have another pair of jeans with me, so it's not that big a deal, but still, like, it was my favorite pair pretty much. Hey guys, I just got back from a fun day at the beach, so I took the bus down to Redondo, and then from Redondo I actually walked all the way up to Manhattan until I got to the Manhattan Beach Pier. I spent my day there and I was just like reading a book and stuff, and then I walked all the way down to Redondo again, and altogether that was probably around like, I think it was about like 7 miles probably. in flip-flops, obviously. And what else did I do? So like the weather, it wasn't that great. The sun was out, but it was a bit cloudy. And the temperatures were really low, like I was freezing for a while there. I was only wearing shorts, but at least I brought my jacket. So the temperatures were in like the high 50s, low 60s. So that was about like 15 to 18 degrees Celsius. So it wasn't that warm, like I said, but still, it was still a fun day. And now it's actually about 6 p.m. and I just got back to my hotel. And I just got some Panda Express for dinner, and I'm just gonna watch a movie or something and then go to bed early, I think. So I got some white rice, some chow mein, and then also some broccoli beef and some mushroom chicken. Good morning. So I actually had a good night's sleep. Okay, once again, I woke up at like, it was probably like 1 a.m. but I went to bed at I think like 6 p.m. Somehow I fell asleep while I was trying to watch a movie. I know, right? So I actually stayed up at 1 a.m. and then I think I went back to bed at like maybe 4:30 a.m. something like that. No, actually I think it was 4 and then I slept till 7. So I got like a seriously like good night's sleep, you know? And I feel very awake, no jet lag whatsoever, even though my sleeping pattern is a little strange, I give you that, but still. So in the middle of the night, once again, I was watching a movie. Right now, I'm actually about to head downstairs to the lobby. I'm gonna meet a friend of mine for breakfast. She texted me yesterday that she's in town. And yeah, we're gonna grab some breakfast. And then I think I'm gonna go to Walmart because I still need to buy a few things. I'm running out of my granola at home and stuff like that, you know. And then afterwards, we're going back to Munich today, which is sort of sad because it's really nice here in LA. I really like LA. In case you haven't figured that out by now. I just had a really yummy breakfast at Denny's, and I don't know, I like the diner feeling that I always get when I go there, and their breakfast is not too bad, right? Like I love their eggs and hash brown potatoes and also the bacon, and I had some pancakes as well. It was a huge breakfast, so I don't think I really need anything for lunch. I'm just gonna grab a snack or something before I leave. And anyways, it was just awesome to see my friend because I hadn't seen her in a while. I think the last time I actually saw her was when I went to Miami with her. That was in like October, I think. Yeah, October. So anyways, right now I'm just gonna go to the mall and grab a few things, like go to Walmart and buy some granola and stuff, and then I have to go back to bed in order to get like 1 or 2 hours of sleep before we leave and go back to Munich. I just got back from shopping and I pretty much got everything I wanted, so that's good, right? I bought a little snack for later. It's just from Panda Express. It's their mushroom chicken with white steamed rice. I got a pair of jeans since mine broke, and I really like their 7-Eleven skinny styles. I got the same style I had. Pretty much the same pair of jeans, actually. Then I got some more Peeps because I can never find them at another time of year, just at like Easter, or let's say right before Easter. So I bought some for the rest of the year. Bought some deodorant. I bought some flips. Some of my friends wanted some of these, so I bought 2 packages. I got my protein granola from Nature Valley and their protein bars. Once again, the time was way too short here in LA, but we're gonna go back today, and actually we're gonna go back in a couple of hours, and pickup is in about 15 minutes, so I should probably hurry down. But I had so much fun here. I always like coming back to LA. It's just one of my favorite cities. Like, it's very chill and you can just relax at the beach. You know what I mean, right? Hey guys, I just landed here in Munich. So the flight back was quite short, with like a little under 11 hours. Actually, I think it was like 10 hours and 30 minutes. That's it. And the flight back was very nice. The passengers were nice. The crew was nice. So it was a great trip. I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. And now, as I promised you guys, I'm gonna give you a life update. I'm actually at a hotel right now. I'm actually back in Los Angeles. You probably realized that from the room setup, but anyways, it's a different trip right now, and I just had time to film this, and let's say I finally had the motivation to film this as well, because for, wait, what's that you see? Oh well, sorry. because for a while I didn't want to speak about what had happened, what was going on in my life, and for some reason I also couldn't really speak about what had happened. But I feel like you guys should know what happened and what has been going on, and right now I am at a good place again. As you can see, a lot of you guys messaged me on my last vlog that you actually thought that I looked happy and that I'm my old self again, and that's how I feel, but it took me a while. And so let's start from the beginning. So as you guys know, Andy and I, we actually had remodeled his parents' place last year, and like my summer, honestly, it was so stressful. I was working at the construction site pretty much every single day. I wasn't flying, and when I was flying, obviously I was jet lagged and stuff, so the whole summer was pretty bad. Like I was fatigued a lot. Okay, let's not call it fatigued. I was super tired and exhausted all of the time because I was doing so much stuff, and for me the motivation was it's gonna pay off, it's gonna be my future life, and that's why I kept pushing myself. What I hadn't realized back then was how far I pushed myself, how much I actually did at the construction site. It was not just a remodel, we actually had some parts of the house rebuilt. So took the roof off and stuff like that, or at least part of the roof. So as you can imagine, it was a big project, and obviously I was doing the best at everything, and I was so excited to actually be able to choose the furniture and stuff and to have my own thing and to have worked for this, you know? And yeah, so let's fast forward to December. At the beginning of December, we had our housewarming party and everything seemed super fine. All of my relatives came over to visit as well. I showed them our accomplishment, and I was so excited to live there and to finally actually enjoy myself again, because like I said, the summer, it was just very, very stressful, very hard, very straining. Like I was carrying bags of cement that were like 60 pounds, and I'm not kidding or exaggerating. That's what I did. There were days where I would work from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. pretty much non-stop at the construction site. And as you can see, I'm not someone who grew up with a lot of manual labor, but I learned, right? So I was doing everything in my power in order to have this work out. So anyways, about a week after our housewarming party, Andy came home and he seemed very distant and stuff, and I tried to talk to him, and then he told me that he had serious doubts and stuff, and he told me about things that were going on in his life way before he had met me, things he never told me about. And I told him that I would stand by his side no matter what, and that I'd help him with everything that was going on in his life. I'm not gonna go into more detail about this because that's just private, and I honestly can't tell you about that stuff, but I thought that we would be fine in the end, and I was there for him even during this hard time in his life. So I remember I went home to my mom's place, and then I was staying at the apartment, and he was always staying at his work because he has a room there, so he could just live there for a while. And we said we were gonna celebrate Christmas and just talk, and then I actually got home on Christmas Eve after a trip. I got up super early and everything, and I mean, I scheduled everything so that I could be home for Christmas, and I was so excited for my first Christmas in my own home. And actually on that Christmas Eve, Andy ended our relationship because he said at the state that he's at right now, he can't have a relationship. I was devastated, obviously, but I thought we'd still be able to work everything out. That Christmas Eve, I didn't even call any of my relatives, not my mom, not my sister, not my brother, not my grandparents, no one. I just sent them a text wishing them a Merry Christmas, and that was it. And then I actually talked to my sister. I called her on Christmas Day, and she came over to my place, and she talked to me, and we watched a movie and stuff. And the day after that, I actually had to work a trip, and I seriously thought about calling in sick because I didn't know if I was up to it. I finally decided that I was fit to fly and flew that trip. And after that, like in the 2 months after that, in like, well, let's say the end of December, January, and the beginning of February, I was still living in our apartment, and Annie was gone most of the time, and it was just, there were days where we were sort of fine, I don't know, and then most of the days though it was like this whenever he actually came home, which was not a lot. There would be just something else. Like for me, it felt like with every single thing that he was doing, he was trying to hurt me even more. And I can't get into detail, like obviously he didn't hurt me physically, but there was a lot of mental stuff going on there that seriously hurt me. And I told you guys that my health comes first, and that's why I stopped vlogging. And that's true, because at the time I was actually, even though I was eating, well, there were days where I wouldn't really eat a lot because I just couldn't make myself do anything, not even eat food. Like, it wouldn't taste like anything. And if you guys really know me, you know I love food, or I used to love food. I love food again, but at the time I had lost, well, it wasn't that much weight. It was probably around 8 to 10 pounds, something like that. But for me, that's a lot of weight because I'm tiny and I'm short. Well, sort of short. But for me, it's like this: when something strains me mentally, I can eat as much as I want and I'm still gonna lose weight. It's really weird. I don't know, my body's just that way. But that was one part of it. And then also, I think to this day, I'm one of the only people who knows what was going on in Andy's life and is going on. I don't know if it still is going on, because I haven't heard from him in months, but I was still staying by his side until the end. But at some point, you just gotta realize that if someone keeps hurting you and hurting you even more, continuously hurting you with everything that you've told them that you're afraid of, because I have been hurt before in my life, then at some point, if someone else doesn't want help, if someone else doesn't want you to be there for them, and they continue hurting you in a really bad way, mentally obviously, then at some point you just need to let go. At some point, I had to learn that the hard way. At some point, I just couldn't deal with it anymore. And yeah, that was the last I've heard from him. So in January, when I had hit rock bottom, I actually had to look for another place to live, and I had to move, and that's why I disappeared for a while. And also, you guys saw it in some videos that I actually filmed. I wasn't myself. Like, I was looking super sad. I was my usual upbeat personality. You guys know that, right? And that was just not a side I wanted to see, and I didn't want you guys to see that either. And I just, for a while, I couldn't really vlog, and that's why I disappeared. So I moved to Salzburg again in February. I actually moved to a shared apartment with 2 other people, and that's the thing too, like, I really missed my old flatmates because I have become friends with them, and I feel like Andy took that away from me because it wasn't my idea that I moved there in the first place. It was his. He was like, move in with me once the apartment's done and everything. What hurt me most was that he has had doubts about me and him before we even started remodeling, and that's something that I sort of hold against him. Like, I don't hate him, and I don't want anyone to comment badly about him, because no one knows what's been going on with him. And like I said, I can't share that, but that's something that I kind of hold him accountable for, because I had a really nice place in Salzburg before, and I gave that up, and I gave up living with the 2 girls I was getting along with very, very well, and then I had to move again, look for a new place again. But oh well, all of that's in my past. So in March, I was supposed to go on vacation to Florida, and honestly, I didn't want to go to Florida by myself. That's why I booked a trip to my favorite destination, Australia. And that's what I had to figure out, like, my life and what was going on, and I actually had to get back to my life. And after Australia, I was sort of fine. I thought I was completely fine. I figured out a little later that I might have switched off my emotions for a bit, and I learned that the hard way. But I have actually worked on myself during the past months, and I finally feel like myself again. I'm happy again. I'm in a good place. And I mean, if I think about the past, I can actually think about it without having to cry every single time. And obviously there is still stuff that hurts, but most of it, I don't know, it's behind me. It's good that way. And sometimes you just have to learn this stuff the hard way, and that's what I learned this past year. Or yeah, actually this past year, because like I said, the process of remodeling, it was so exhausting, and I was fatigued. I really was, and at the time I didn't know it. And like, it feels like I did all of that for nothing, but what I know is I'm way stronger now because of everything I went through. And if any of you are going through the same thing or a similar thing, I actually wish that no one has to go through what I went through. Like I said, I've told you pieces of what happened right now. there was a lot more going on, but that's just private, so I'm not gonna go into that any further. But you guys should know I am well again. I feel fine again. I'm my old self, just stronger and wiser. I actually realized who my friends are, because without my friends, I don't know what I would have done. My friends and my family, they stood by me all the way. And that is just something that you need to treasure. And I know in the past, I haven't always been the best with keeping in contact with friends, because some of them live very far away. But I think that's something else that this taught me, that it doesn't matter how far away your friends and family live, they are there for you. And that counts for so much. It really does. So anyways, that was my life update. So as you guys know, I live in Salzburg again right now, and yeah, that's just it. But you guys can see I'm way better than I was back in January, and I really appreciate all of your messages and how you guys told me that you are praying for me, or that you wish that I'll be fine really soon and everything. But that's what had been going on. Because of everything that was going on mentally and that was stressing me out, I actually had some health issues. Like I said, I was losing weight, I wasn't feeling well and stuff like that. And that's just something I finally wanted out in the open, because finally I feel like I can talk about it without starting to cry or without feeling bad. Because actually talking about it right now, I feel fine. And I think that's a big step, because I overcame all of that. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I hope that now you kind of understand a little bit more where I was, why I wasn't vlogging. But I'm back. I'm back for good, I think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.